What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the show, Beyond Boundaries Podcast, pushing people beyond their normal limits, man. What people limit us to. I got a very special guest for y'all today, man, and emphasis on very special, bro. He deserves the biggest introduction. This is Ty Thompson, one of my good friends, man. One of the good friends that football actually brought me. And I'm thankful for the sport for that. So we're going to get into that a little bit.
Appreciate that.
But before we even get into it, just kind of tell us about yourself. Who is Ty Christian Thompson? Who is Ty Christian Thompson?
Man, that's a great question. I'm just a man after God's own heart. That's how I like to describe myself.
Okay.
I want to be just like that. Just consistently pursuing Him. So,
okay.
Man, that was high praise, bro.
It's honestly short of what's deserved, man. But seriously, Ty Thompson was with me on the team all 3 years. He did something spectacular in the process. He actually started a company, and that's just one of Ty's many endeavors. That's just the one that y'all probably gonna hear about today. So yes, very impressive stuff. As a student athlete, Ty managed to go to school at Georgia Tech, maintain good grades, but he actually started a company. He's getting noticed for that a lot of places, posted on the president's page. Actually just got an article by Scheller College of Business. That's a top 10 college of business in the world that, is giving Ty his shout out and stuff.
That is pretty crazy.
This wasn't even a plan, but why don't we kind of tell the people about Divine Drive? Briefly summarize what is Divine Drive?
Oh, absolutely. So essentially Divine Drive, what started as like a simple sports drink innovation for athletes, transformed into like a multifaceted product for anybody. Well, actually not for anybody. It's for a specific group of people that we like to call the driven.
Okay.
And these are people that are concerned with their health, concerned with their time, and concerned with achieving peak performance. Now, if you feel like you fall into that category, then Divine Drive is for you. How we do that is through a homogeneous blend of energy, hydration, crucial muscle building supplements, and vitamins, all wrapped into one formula.
Okay.
That's a pretty clean,
just
off the dome,
like
you know what I'm saying?
Marketing. Me and Ty, we both into marketing. We're both marketing majors
yes.
here at Georgia Tech. We think marketing is everything. So.
I almost was a marketing major.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
You changed?
Yes. I never switched to marketing.
Oh, so what is it, finance?
Because, yes, it's finance.
Okay.
I switched to business.
Be a money man.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, it don't matter how much money I make. If I don't know how to manage that, I'm cooked.
That's fair.
But marketing, I might as well be a marketing major because that's all I research.
That's you. And that's the beauty of the world today. I mean, this is definitely something I'm gonna say for a later episode. But man, you can really learn anything you want to learn these days, bro.
What?
No excuse. No excuse at all.
Especially with our good buddy Chat. Man,
I don't know. I don't know who Chat is. Right. I don't know who Chat is.
This man introduced me to Chat. This man came up to me, he was like, "Ty, you use Chat?" I said, "Man, I don't believe in that witchcraft." Next thing you know.
Yes, Chat GPT definitely is something. Y'all make sure to go check out my video on my main YouTube channel. If you don't know how to use Chat GPT, I gave y'all the method. I made it very simple and sweet for y'all. Matter of fact, if you watching this on YouTube, I'll throw it up right here. But anyways, yes, Ty is a very, very good. And this is not the last time y'all gonna see Ty. I promise. I need to get him on this show as much as possible. We have good energy. We feed off of each other, and we got some good conversations to talk about. Like I said, he was with me on the team. My whole short stint there. Not 3 years ain't short, but we had some great conversation, and Ty has definitely contributed a lot to, where I am today. And, he's going to be in my life in the future for sure. So,
I praise, bro.
Thank you. Man, I mean it too. So with that being said, we kind of going to get into some of the topics that I really want to talk about, being, I could put emphasis that we both had 3-year career at Georgia Tech for playing football.
Yep.
And here we are now in the spring semester, both not playing football for Georgia Tech anymore. And so, and this is obviously something me and Ty had discussed a lot. We were actually discussing this at football practice. Believe it or not. Yeah, in between reps is kind of crazy. But honestly, man, I've made a plethora of videos on it on my main YouTube channel. I'm sure there are more to come and everything. But me and Ty honestly both, and hopefully I'm not speaking for him, but me specifically, we kind of just realized that I don't know, there's more to life than football, and that's something. Because one thing about both of us, like, don't get it twisted. We both had big aspirations for football. We wanted to make it. We wanted to do everything. So like, it's not like something that we just woke, or it's not like something we were kind of just had one foot in the door, one foot out. Like we were fully invested into football and having the success. But it's almost like because of such commitment, we kind of realized that it is a lot of commitment, and that commitment can take you away from a lot. And so I know you made the decision to focus on your company and things like that, and just academics in general. I mean, go ahead and why don't you tell us a little bit more about your decision? What kind of propelled you in that direction?
Jeremy, that was a perfect jumping off point because, like, you're right. The passion that we have for football almost made it hurt more. It was definitely the business side of things that, like, got to me more than anything. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like all in one day where I was like, yeah, I'm done with football. It was like steadily, this more than anybody. Oof. I would get like excited and then plummet. And then excited and then plummet. It was a steady disillusionment with it. So when I realized like the time and commitment that I'm gonna put into this is not going to reap for me the benefits that I'm expecting from it, I said, I might as well. I'm already pursuing a 1% thing, which is only 1% of people go to the NFL. So I'm already like accustomed to going for things that are 1%.
And it's less than 1%, to be honest.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I was like, why don't I just switch to another 1%?
And believe it or not, I actually asked Chad. It's almost like you'd be shocked the greater barrier to entry as far as like the entrepreneur lifestyle, everything, and even making the same amount of money as contracts as the NFL. It's a lot. I don't want to say easier path, but more people have had success taking the entrepreneur path than the.
And I was about to say, if you shoot for the 1% in the NFL and you miss, you dang near land on cooked. If you shoot for 1% of entrepreneurs, because they call it unicorns. Only 1% of entrepreneurial companies or startups, or companies period, I think it is, make $1 billion in revenue. So if I shoot for $1 billion and I fall short,
y'all not listening. Y'all not listening.
I land on Money Man J numbers, and I'm cool with Money Man J numbers.
Y'all not listening, man. I'm excited. This is gonna be a good podcast. I got some good gems for you, but man, you are 100% right. And just in general, like all the things that I put my time in for, the entrepreneurial life that I hope to live one day. It's just so many skills that are, universal.
Yes.
Like think about how we're forcing ourselves to have to speak well. We're forcing ourselves to have to market ourselves well. In comparison to doing some ladder drill, doing side scissor drills,
quick feet.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. I hate that you're almost right with it, but when you fall short of the NFL, it's like that's the problem I just have with so many men. And I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. And y'all see me and Ty. Y'all know what our skin color is looking like.
Come on.
So like, I really feel like that's an advantage because I truly do want to bring more attention. And I don't want anybody to ever feel like I'm ruining their football dream. Like, please don't take that.
Yeah.
Like, if you are somebody, that's your thing. That's what you're going to go ahead. But I'm just. I'm targeting the people who were in my situation, who was in Ty's situation as well, investing so much of your time into football, kind of letting it define your success, define your worth. And, if you're not having the most success in football, I want to tell you, and hopefully Ty can back me up, that you are okay, man. That, like, there is a lot more, and I mean, we know more than anybody. We go to Georgia Tech. That's an advantage in itself. Go ahead, man. Just go ahead and expand on that as you sip you some divine drive, man.
Because you hit on a couple things that like blew my mind. First of all, I didn't realize. If anybody doesn't know, Georgia Tech's #1 ranked public school in the nation.
Correct. In the nation.
Bro, what are we even talking about? Tell me why. Like, I didn't really realize that playing ball. Because it's like, when you're playing football, bro, you're just completely immersed in that world. And so, like, coming out of it, you realize, like, how much of a blessing, you know, where we are. But even besides just being at Georgia Tech, like, I think it's so interesting because you talked about football defining your life. And that, I don't so much blame the athletes that feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
I blame the society.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
And it's only been worse in modern era.
Yes.
Where with social media and everything.
Social media, bigger contracts, NIL.
Ooh.
Because it's so interesting. When I was telling people I was playing football, a 1% thing, trying to go to the league, I'm hearing, yeah, well, yeah, we love that. Yeah, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the third. But when I tell people, yeah, I started my own business, it's
what
like,
do they say?
Really?
And that's crazy.
Is that not insane?
And that's crazy to me.
They're like,
because you are so right, and I just it almost got to the point where I hated how much praise I would get for being on the team. You know? Because like it'd be one thing if I was like, you know, the main guy playing or anything, but like people looked up to me just because I was on the team.
Literally.
And here's the thing about it, Ty. I would be talking to people with 6 figures or 7 figures to their name, you know, running companies at a school like while getting a computer science degree or something at a school like Georgia Tech. And I'm like, homeboy, you looking up to me?
That right. I'm trying to be where you are.
You want to live this lifestyle?
Yeah, bro.
And that's what people, most of them people don't even realize, like, it took me going through football to realize this as well, that, like, that's the main reason that we do football. We do football to try to get to that lifestyle.
Yes.
But
literally.
You get to a point where you're like, hold up. You need to tell me this dude ain't waking up at 6:30 every morning. This dude ain't doing all these super hard lifts, all these drills, going through meetings. You know, football's an 11-month thing. Don't let anybody tell you.
Oh yeah.
You might get one total month off. Like it is a very hard commitment. And he's my age.
Yeah.
Making and it's not even about just the money or anything. But I don't know. I'm a big return on investment guy.
I was just about to say it's what you're giving up. It's like, because a big thing, the determining factor in me leaving straight up, when I got my concussion.
Really?
That was the first concussion I ever got in my life.
Ooh.
So I got it, and like, things were happening to me in my body that I've never experienced before. And so I was like, wait a second. I'm doing all this work, all this grind. Like, even if I got the money, would I be able to live long enough to enjoy it?
God. Why you go there?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
why you go there?
And you know, my heart's out to everybody who's had something that's bad that's happened to them when it comes to like traumatic brain injuries. But it's like, dude, especially the story you told me. Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything.
I don't know.
You know, yeah. The story, and
I don't know.
But yeah, I was like, man, like I don't want that to be. I want to be able to like hold my grandkids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to live a long life. It's just not worth the potential repercussions on your brain.
And I think that is the most under-noticed thing.
Yeah.
And like, it's not y'all's fault as fans, as media. That's who I'm talking to now. Because why would you think of that? That's when somebody gets hurt, you're like, oh man, that's tough. Hopefully they can come back. You know what I'm saying? Or hope speedy recovery.
Yeah.
But y'all don't realize, like, number one, that's detrimental in the moment. Especially, and like, I think that's what did it for me too. It was one specific injury.
Really?
And it was one of our running backs. Wasn't Jamal or anything.
Okay.
But it was versus Miami. He got tackled, and it was a helmet-to-helmet penalty. It was a helmet. Yeah, it was targeting. But here's the crazy part.
What?
It was the helmet wasn't on.
Oh.
Yeah. And like witnessing that live in front of my face, I was like,
"Are you serious?"
Yeah, the helmet was not on. And the crazy thing is, he came back after. He played after that. And bro, like, that's. And Ty definitely hit the nail on the head when he was talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, is it even worth? Because I just want y'all to do more research. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why my camera getting blurry.
Yeah, I literally just saw that.
But yeah, I just want y'all to do more research on, man, like, the impacts that football does have. And it goes beyond just, you know, your current health. It goes beyond your mental health. It goes beyond your physical health. it's your emotional health. Like, it's all these things.
Yeah.
And it's a lasting impact.
Yes.
It's a lasting impact that we're not even educated on for. Like, I wish we need to do more stuff on concussion. Like, they give us a little, they like to check the box on concussion and like really alerting us and stuff. We'll have awareness and everything.
That's so good. Yeah, they it's like a check. It's like,
okay, sure, we told them.
yeah, like, or like if you were to come back and be like, man, I got a concussion for doing this. Well, we told you. It's like that parent that is just trying to teach you just to say "I told you so," instead of actually trying to teach you about it.
Because, man, it is serious. It is.
Yeah, it's bad.
And it, like you said, it's a lifelong thing. And I think you combine that with just how hard it is to really make the league. Like,
yeah,
I think that's kind of what I was blindsided to up until I got to college. Because, like, everybody has the goal of making it to the NFL. And a lot of y'all high schoolers, specifically if you're watching this, I don't think you've grasped, and again, I don't want to ruin your dream at all. But to the people who I'm talking to, y'all know I'm talking to you. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, you know how you feel. Yeah. And I'm just here to, encourage you and say, there are a lot of people, like, in high school, you don't think about how many people are in this country. Until you get to college, you look around at your 120-person team, all of Division I power. In our case, Power 5, Power 4 athletes. Yeah. And you're like, wait, you mean to tell me like 2 or 3 a year gonna make it to the next level? And even if they make it to the next level, 2 to 3 years. The average is what, 4 years?
Average is 3 years, bro.
3 years.
My high school coach told me, because he was so. Shout out to Coach Smith, because he told me NFL stands for not for long.
Not for long.
Come on.
Not for long.
And I am this. I was like, yeah.
And you want to know another staggering
statistic?
It's crazy. My pediatrician told me this like 8, 9 years old. I thought she was just a hater. 100% of NFL players, 100% get injured. At some point, 100%. You know what's crazier? And this is not even what I wanted to talk about this episode, but it's even crazier that it's a lot of those that get suppressed. It's a lot of people who have concussions who don't tell people they have concussions.
Let's take it there a step further. 99%. This is I don't know where I heard it. Have maybe it was concussion. I was gonna say CTE.
I hate to go there. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Just do y'all's research, bro. Like, just be informed, bro. Be informed, because it is something that's neglected. It's something that they try to sweep under the rug. Yeah, and absolutely. We're not gonna let it be swept under the rug, because it's a serious. It literally is detrimental. Like, because I always tell people, my biggest asset is my brain. It ain't nothing I got going on, my money, nothing else. Because I'm confident.
You just made me think of something. Please keep going,
man.
That's so good.
I'm confident what my brain can do. It's got me very far to this point. Like, look at me. I'm graduating from Georgia Tech in 3 years.
Come on.
Like, and that's something that I want to protect. The same way that y'all would want to protect, your investments, your assets, all that.
Yes.
That's how I want to protect my brain, and it was just real hard, real difficult. Cause and y'all only see the games too. Y'all don't see people get hurt at practice, man. That's why I think
that's so good.
I think the Guardian Caps is the greatest thing. I think we really need to. We need to make that mandatory in the game. I don't think we ever will. And there's a lot of y'all probably mad. Man, that takes away from football. Y'all ain't the ones get hurt. Y'all ain't seeing teammates get helmet to head, bro. Like, that really it shook me up.
I can imagine. That traumatized me.
Yeah, it was. I'll go and say it was a Miami game we won, and like whole time, like I had to really get over that for real to enjoy the win. Yeah,
because everybody's cheering.
I'm like, bro, did y'all see that? Like, and like this is real, and it was just so difficult because that's just one scenario. Like, being on the football field, you see a lot of stuff. Yeah. I mean, but I don't want to scare y'all. That was not the intention of this episode at all. All I'm hoping to do is just bring some awareness into that. So, I mean, we can go ahead and transition. I just want to talk about, let's bring football on a good note. What has football done for you in a positive aspect? Like, what can you really thank football for in a trip? Because, in the heat of the moment, we got the Douglas Five stuff. I'm being honest. We were finding the good at it. But now that I've kind of stepped away from it and removed myself from it, I am thankful and grateful for a lot of the blessings and experiences I went through. So I just want to hear kind of what are your thoughts. And this is completely unscripted. This whole podcast episode completely unscripted. Me and Ty did not talk about this, so this is raw. I just want to hear what you got to say football did for you.
I'm blessed that it scared me enough to run away from it.
Really? Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Blessed I met you. I'm telling you, meeting Jalen, meeting some of the guys on the team that I've met, that's really what it is. It's the camaraderie.
Like that. Now that is not overhyped at all. Like, and you know how everybody says the camaraderie is the greatest part of football. That's 100% true. Like, I would not have been able to make it 3 years at all.
Yeah.
You know, without the guy. And I really think that Georgia Tech had a good culture specifically. Like, compared to a lot of locker rooms, especially in the era of the transfer portal, like, it was...
That's a great point. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, Georgia Tech, like, we were well behaved. You know, we never really had
nothing crazy.
The problems off the field and stuff like that. And nobody, I mean, we had occasional disagreements, but nobody was really...
I was about to say, every new person that came kind of just fit into the puzzle piece.
For sure.
That's a really good point.
It's a good culture at Georgia Tech.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good culture at Georgia Tech, for sure.
Oh, you said something with the protecting your brain like your asset.
Mm-hmm.
Because your greatest asset is your mind. And that reminded me, like, that God agrees with you, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you read in Proverbs, it says, if you have the choice to choose between silver and gold or knowledge and understanding, choose knowledge and understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard it described that the reason why, and like in other places it also says, while you're getting silver and gold, don't forget to get knowledge and understanding. And the way I've heard it said is, if you get the gold and you lose the gold, you're cooked. But if you use your knowledge and wisdom and understanding, when you lose the gold, when you got it because of your knowledge,
you redo it.
you can just do it again.
Jordan Belfort, you heard that story?
Oh, the pin.
Yeah.
Sell me this pin. Yeah.
Yeah. That boy, he went broke, went to jail, everything. He came right back.
Wow.
Because he knew what he was doing.
Exactly.
He knew the system and everything.
Yeah. So I think that it just reminded me of that when you said that. But yes, the camaraderie, that was really good about football. The discipline, the hard work.
Yeah.
That was really good. Like, doing school without football,
easy.
I mean, compared to that, like, Georgia Tech's tough, but I mean, so easy.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, and I talked about this in another video. The skills are like unmatched because I tell people this all the time. Like, y'all got to think we were just used to and accustomed to waking up at 6:30. Like, it was nothing. Like, we thought nothing of it. And like, this would be after weekdays when everybody going out and stuff. We like wet weekend. In certain specific weekends at Georgia Tech, a lot of people were outside having fun and everything. Yeah. Those talking about, man, we don't need to see y'all out here.
Right, he kept us out of trouble. Like, that's a really great point. Football kept us out of trouble. It kept us disciplined. Mm-hmm.
And that's the type of stuff we're going to go on with. Like, for example, my weight loss journey. I probably lost like 30 pounds now.
Woo!
Yeah. It's just the start, too. It's just the start.
Jay,
but
that's amazing.
It's just the start. But I mean, like, the reason I'm able to do this is because I'm used to, first thing in the morning, getting a little lifted. So, like, I'll get in a smooth list, but it feels like I'm doing nothing just because, what I am used to.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I've seen, what y'all be thinking is so impossible. Like, I'll go work out for a good 45, 50 minutes, and I'll work out hard at the CRC. Yes. Or the CRC is our school's rec center. And I really feel like I was like, okay, that was a smooth little light lift. And the reason I feel like that is because I know what a real lift can get. Like,
very wicked lifts.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Coach AJ. Coach AJ real though. Coach AJ real.
I love Coach AJ.
So, man, yeah, football was that. And I think the biggest thing that I took away from football, I learned a lot too. I learned a lot about people. It really broadened my perspective on a lot. And that's what I'm so excited for this podcast for, because y'all got to hear about football players out the field. I think we are some of the most unique individuals. We're some of the most special individuals. And like, just hearing some of our upbringings and like a lot of these college athletes, and that's why, I'll never say we got to take away NIL, because a lot of these college, like, NIL is changing lives, bro. And there's a lot of these college athletes who like, they're really banking on football for success. Yeah. And so, I don't know, I learned a lot. the networking piece, amazing. Just
networking's pretty good.
Especially because we ended up winning games and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like just telling people I'm a Georgia Tech football player alone would get you into a lot of doors.
Bro, when we got back from Ireland, somebody texted me on LinkedIn talking about, let me know if you ever want to bring Divine Drive to Ireland.
Really?
I said,
Really? Especially being in a school like Georgia Tech alone, because our alums are very successful. There's a lot of good alums that just come to the game, see you and everything. So like fan day, people just come, like they just give you their number just because you are on the team and everything. And that was a lot. I met my boy Uncle Stu, we'll call him. Yeah. I met him through football. And like I remember just like I wanted to get an internship. I wanted to get an internship this summer, but obviously it was difficult with football and everything.
Yeah.
Because you have to be there every day for summer workouts, Monday through Friday. So imagine having an internship through that. It's difficult. A lot of people make it work, but I wasn't really in the business of going to football, having to drive 40, 50 minutes, coming back and all that. Like a lot of people were doing. Shout out to the people who were doing it.
Yeah.
But I bring that point up because I was able to be like, this is my situation. I'm playing football for Georgia Tech. Yada, 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 help me out. And somebody swiftly, CEO of a company was like, yeah, we'll make a spot for you. You can work remote. Just check in when you can. You know what I'm saying? And it's things like that I am not blind to. Like, that is something I would not have been able to do if I wasn't playing football. Now, you can make the argument I wouldn't have had to do it if I wasn't playing football. But at the end of the day, it was a very good internship. It was a solid paying internship. It was great for my resume.
Yeah.
And I'm actually really cool with the CEO. Hopefully, I'm definitely going to shoot this podcast to him. So if you watch this, man, I really appreciate what you have done for me. You have no idea how much that helped out. But it's just a lot of things that being an athlete, and it's really just like,
yeah, that's a lot of perks.
Yeah, wearing the gear around. Yeah. Because remember, I was telling you about these students. Like, there's some very capable students here. If you are one of them, go ahead, DM me. I promise I will respond. I promise I will respond. But a lot of people just like football players because you're on the team. And I wouldn't have graduated in 3 years without football. That's a fact.
Them summer schools, bro.
Yeah.
Summer classes.
And the way that the football players know the system, their academics know the system and everything. It helped me on the class. Like, I'll be straight up and be like, I'm a football player, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be some days I might not be too attentive. I might have just had a hard workout. I might be coming late. Kind of helped me out.
Right.
And a lot of my peers and stuff, they were, willing to do that. And so, I mean, there is a lot of good that comes from football.
Yeah.
And, even now, I'm using it to clickbait.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be able to do this. And I feel like it kind of gave us a voice to shed light on what we're talking about.
I always like hearing your perspective because I guess I'm not far enough removed from it yet. Because, bro, it was good. I just think going back to the problem, I think football is good when you don't think it's your only way out.
Yeah.
That, you have to treat it as what it is. It's just a game. It's like any game that you would play on your PlayStation or your Xbox. Because when you make it your world, I mean, just like when you make anything your world, right? I personally feel like God will humble you. Because ultimately God wants you to think that He's your world. So it's football is just, it's just rough, man.
I understand.
It's just rough. I don't like it. I almost feels like, especially because mostly black people play it.
Yeah.
You heard the term "nothing new under the sun." Ecclesiastes, Solomon says there is nothing new under the sun. If you point at something and you say, "Look, this is new," he'll be like, "No, it's been there since the dawn of time." So football's not new. What was football before modern day? What do you think?
What are you talking about, the gladiators and all that?
Gladiators, coliseums, people literally going to the slaughter. So when I look at football now, and like I said, I'm a little bit more pessimistic. See, you understand, Jay been money man, Jay. So he likes the connection, the influence, and I do too. But when I look at it now, it looks like glorified, what do they call animals that you specifically meant for butchering to eat?
That's how you feel.
Yeah, it looks like a cow with a gold chain on going to get turned into a hamburger. Straight up, because it's just like
I feel that, and I mean,
like any other sport, like basketball. I want to see Jamar shoot hoops. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Shout out Jamar. Or tennis, any other sport, but it's like football, bro. No wonder it pays so much. It's almost like another like temptation.
You remember when I was kind of explaining what I didn't like about it? You were like, "Yeah, it's too barbaric for you."
Oh yeah, yes. Look,
that's kind of what you. But seriously, like
that's real.
And I know I've been kind of tiptoeing that line of letting y'all know about how I felt about football for real. Like, if I'm really being completely transparent, I didn't mess with it. I didn't. But I mean, I see it as a learning experience in life. And like, cause somebody else is going through their own version of what football was for you right now. And so that's just how I see everything. Like in any of the trials and tribulations, like I'm always trying to
see the good in it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I won't be so pessimistic.
Mm-hmm.
Football is the reason I made Divine Drive.
You feel what I'm saying?
Straight up.
You feel what I'm saying?
Especially with like the brain stuff. Sorry, I didn't cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Because you're right. You made me think about this. Like the stuff that I put in Divine Drive, the branched chain amino acids and the vitamins and stuff, I put things in there specifically for brain health. Because I was like, dude,
football,
yes.
You know?
I was like, I don't just need the energy and hydration. I need a way to keep my brain healthy, to protect my brain, and to help my brain grow. And I put those exact vitamins. I'm not going to say it because, it's a trade secret. But, I put those vitamins into Divine Drive. So you're right.
And to that point, I'm glad you brought that up. Because I should have mentioned this earlier. But I just think of so many things that, like, I was doing for football to, maximizing my chances of going to the league. That, like, now I just know a lot about, and it's very good for me. Like,
absolutely.
I remember, like, so I am very, I'm very tight. So, like, I'm very limited flexibility wise. And just, like, I remember I would always kind of, like, focus on that type of stuff. And in doing that, I would always get into content, just about being a, like, healthier person in general. Just, you find a good guy, like, longevity. Because I'm somebody, I want to be giving people buckets at 70. You know what I'm saying? I won't be looking like Paulo Banchero at 70 still. And I don't think I would have had that passion. Number one, because football pointed out my flaws. They made me realize, like,
absolutely.
If I'm a normal student, I would have never realized that I was a type. Because, like, where would I have realized that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like my eating habits, like the way nutritious and all that. That's strictly because of football. Like I was always trying to, because I didn't like I had to be 295 pounds and everything. But Ty can tell you, I hated it my whole life. So like I would want to try to find ways to tone my fat up and all that,
right,
and
while
like
keeping
and all that. Like now, I can tell you about macros. I can tell you, like I can read a nutrition box or a nutrition label on a whatever. I'm like, nah, this ain't good. Like,
this ain't it. Yeah,
I ain't, and because of that, I'm literally going to live a healthier lifestyle 100%. Because of that. So I think football was just one of those. It's just one of those valleys that I kind of had to go through to learn a lot. But that's why I am here to tell y'all that, like, don't let it get overhyped. Like, cause
don't let it get you. That's honestly how they keep you. I'm gonna say it. It's okay. It's how they keep you enslaved. Because that's what it felt like. It felt like I was slaving away, especially being like a walk-on. Like, and it was cool being a PWO, it was cool reaching out. I felt good about that, but it's just like, they give you all these promises. It literally feels like sin. Because they give you all these promises with no plan. No plan of fulfilling them. And, respect to, I love Georgia Tech. I even love Coach Key. Love Coach Key.
I've shouted him out quite a bit. Good time.
Yeah. Coach Key's cool. It's just the business, and that's what I know.
It's the dynamics of the sport in general, man.
And that's what it is.
And I continue to say, like, I hate that it's too Georgia Tech. Like, I can't wait till we be Ty and have somebody else, or a Kentucky walk over or something. You know what I'm saying? To kind of hear their experience, because it's not just Georgia Tech. It's just the nature of the game in general, especially right now.
All across the country.
You know, NIL, that's a whole nother that's a whole nother dynamic, man. But that's kind of just the nature of the game right now. But like I said, bro, and I kind of want to hit on this more. I just want to hear your call to action to somebody who is really bogged down, you know, putting all their marbles into football. What would you tell them?
I would say look at why God has you in the season. And if you're not religious, you know, get religious. But because Christ is our Savior. But I would say look at why God has you here. Because once again, legit, I would not have made that formula. I would not be in a position to make that if I didn't play football. So there are specific, like God will take you through specific things. Especially, like for example, there's plenty of examples in the Bible where he will take someone low right before they go high. Before Jesus started his ministry, he went 40 days, 40 nights into the wilderness. Before Joseph became the second in Egypt, he was sold into slavery. Sounds a little familiar. So it's like, see why God has you in the place that you're in. Really take a look at your life. Take a look at the lessons. Write down the lessons that you learn every day. And then once you're out of football, because one day you will be, when you go to the league.
For sure.
You know, apply the wisdom that you got in it to expand your life.
It's free, man. This is... he ain't even gonna charge y'all for that, man. This is the one and only times and dropping wisdom on y'all. But yeah, that's some real stuff, bro. Man. Football. It's just... I hate to see what it does to certain people, man. That's my whole thing. Because my biggest thing is just... we are so much more capable, and like you mentioned, bro. It's specifically us black people, man. I just don't like how it's so common, especially in our youth, for the ultimate goal. Like you ask 90%, especially in like struggling areas. Yeah, you ask them what's their goal. I guarantee 70% plus will say athlete, music star,
rapper, athlete,
or entertainment business, or worse. Or worse, being illegal activity. Right. And you know, none of us will say, "Yeah, I want to be an entrepreneur." None of us will say, "Yeah, I want to be." I mean, even stuff like lawyer and doctor. Like, I know we have our certain feels about stuff like that, but like, I don't know. I just wish it was more. I wish it was more common. And that's something I hope. Like, this Beyond the Boundaries is just a start. I don't know if y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a little tidbit. But Pete, the channel name is Beyond Boundaries Brand, not podcast. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, man, we've got to go beyond the boundaries of just the sports, bro. We are so capable as human, and like I said, especially those who have played. Like if you are at the D1 level, just in general, you're at the collegiate level. I'll say that. If you are playing football at the collegiate level, you have no idea how much it has trained you and how much it has prepared you to do for a life. And shoot, we really got to get into this. Go ahead. But the problem that a lot of y'all are having, and I hate to try to put myself on a pedestal or anything. Go ahead. But it's just it takes some self-sufficiency. Like a lot of y'all love football because it's your way of being disciplined. It's their way of sticking to a rigid schedule. It's their way of getting stuff done and being efficient. Because if you remove that from them, what are we doing? They're just sitting on the couch, you know what I'm saying, watching TV. And so that is something that football does do. And I remember Coach Keevan brought that up to me specifically. He was just like, I think that college athletics in general, not even football, is just one of the greatest things for people our age because it does, instill that discipline and all those qualities. Absolutely. But that's the thing though, like, if you can be somebody who is self-efficient to realize, you know what, I don't need somebody telling me to do all this stuff. I can just write a to-do list and get this stuff done myself. And I wish I had a little more credibility. This is gonna be one of those things. Like a year from now, I'm gonna repost this clip and be like, "I told y'all so." Because I wish I had a little more credibility to say that you'll for sure make it. And that's why I have so much confidence. I have so much unwavering faith that the things that I want, are not even the things that I want. The things that I need for me are coming just because of it's that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you just use the discipline that football gave us to make something out of it. Apply it to literally apply it in your life the same way you applied it in football. And just it's so simple as changing the goal. Because here's the thing.
Wow.
What y'all don't have to realize, what y'all fail to realize, is y'all can work half as hard as you do in football. Half as a quarter. Dare I say a quarter?
Yeah.
Because like we grind.
Yeah.
Like football is a grind.
Absolutely.
And that was my whole thing. Like football is such a grind that it's so hard when your heart's not into it.
Yeah.
It's so hard to keep going.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But it was Mark Manson. You know, Arthur.
So Arthur not given.
Yeah. But he was saying that like it's physically impossible for a human to not be passionate about something.
Oh wow!
Like if you're not passionate about something, you are being passionate about not being passionate about something. Like we literally have to want something. So I think, like for you're passionate about Divine Drive. For me, I'm passionate about spreading my message of bringing awareness to this topic. So that's why YouTube is such a thing. And a lot of y'all think y'all's passion is football, but you don't even realize that like that's kind of it's kind of I feel like it's more of just a system because like for me, you take my example personally. I was somebody, my cousin's in the NFL, my brother played D1, I had another cousin played D1 or whatever.
Right, football's all around you.
And like I thought like that's all I knew.
Yeah.
Like it was like, you know what I'm saying, I have to make it because that's just what I viewed as success growing up. But once I got to Georgia Tech and just got older and my perspective broadened a lot, I realized like, okay, I have passions in other things and I can use as much effort as I was putting in football. Because again, you put a lot of effort into football. So if you just put half that effort into something or whatever that you're passionate about,
Sky's the limit.
Man, sky ain't even limit. It's footprints on the moon, God. It's footprints on the moon.
No, that's real, Jim. That's so real, and you're absolutely right. It's almost weird. Like, it's like, because you said it so perfectly. I can't even try to be. I gotta say it the way I gotta say it. It's like you're right, especially with the workout thing. How you'll do a workout that's light to you, but it's somebody that's the hardest workout they ever did.
They struggling.
If you put half the effort that you put into football, I'm telling you, you'll be. I get mad at myself. I'm always talking to Sid. Sid's my co-founder and my girlfriend. Like I'll be like, Sid, like when we got the Poets and Quants thing, most destructive in 2024. I said, okay, great. And she's like, no, this is a celebration. It's good. And I'm like, Sid, like, it's like we haven't been open for a year yet. Yeah. It's like I'm just so focused on what we have to do. I'm putting football effort into this business and I'm getting results. But I had to realize that like I'm literally striding way further ahead.
And that's another thing that football is like. You gotta think about how competitive we are.
Yeah, exactly.
We're overachievers.
Jamin, you dropped like 80 videos. I was trying to. Wait, it's blurry again. But no, bro, I was trying to keep. I was like, oh yeah, I'm like every time it come out, I'm like 10 videos. I'm like, bro, I can't keep up. Who is Jamin fighting against?
And even when you said that, like. You said how like the Poets Across the year thing was it like I have a video that did 6,500 views.
Bro,
I've only been on YouTube 2-3 weeks.
Jamin.
And like that's not normal. And to be honest, I thought nothing of it.
Exactly.
I thought nothing of it. Exactly. I was like, okay, wow, that's cool. Like, I was hyped for a second. And I was like,
great.
Yeah, but I was like, okay.
On to the next thing.
Yeah, what's next? You know what I'm saying? That's literally that's ingrained in us.
Yes.
Like a lot of people will get to this point that you are with your business, be on YouTube. Like I know it's different because I've only been doing this for 3 weeks or whatever. But they will get to this point and get complacent. Like in football, like that is literally the one thing that they tell you can never do.
Yes.
You can never get complacent. Good is the enemy of great. And like that's just stuff that we learn from football. It's just a part of us. But like I said, like the emphasis I keep wanting to put on is like because we've got to this point, I'm here to save y'all a lot of time. If you are somebody who is debating, take it from my opinion. And if this podcast isn't enough, listen to my other videos and all that. And DM me, leave a comment. Like I want, especially while I'm not big or not super big. Like I want to be as involved as many people as I can.
Once you get big, I'm not even gonna be on. I'm like, Jamin, where we at?
Chill.
But look, that's dang, you said something so good, bro. You keep making me think of stuff. It was
What good is enemy of great?
Yes, that was good. No, Oh, you talked about how like when you grew up, you broaden your horizon, your perspective. Mm-hmm. And the Bible talks about like one of the first things God commands humans to do is to be fruitful and multiply. Mm-hmm. And so when you think about that, like what does that mean? What does be fruitful mean? And it's because he put a seed in us, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever that seed is, Okay, we're back.
Short intermission.
Yeah. But yes, yes, being fruitful. God puts a seed in us. Whatever that seed is, it's almost like an idea. It's almost like an identity. And he tells us, because he says, God made man after his own image, right? So what does that mean? Nose, mouth, ears? Not necessarily. What it means is God is a creator. He created creation, he created creatures, and then he created creators. We're meant to create, whether that's YouTube videos, whether that's drinks, whether that's music, whatever it is, we're meant to create. And so, with the broadening your horizon, your perspective, just make sure that like the thing that you've always kind of wanted to do in the back of your head or in your heart, that's probably what God has for you to do. And when you pursue that, you get blessings that specifically only God can give you. So that's what I'm saying. Tell you, but
and then a lot of y'all will worry about, and I kind of worry this too. Like I have no regrets that I played football, and like it's something that if I could do it again, I probably wouldn't play. But I have no regrets that I did because of like I used to be worried about the lost time, lost opportunities. Like I probably would be a computer science major or something if I didn't play football in another life or whatever.
I'd be an engineer.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad about it because I really do think God can make up the lost time. And
100%.
That's what I'm saying. And like it's really,
I don't think it was lost time.
I will always believe that there is a blessing on the other side of faith. So
absolutely,
that might be a good little time to wrap it up on that. Unless you got anything else to say, any closing remarks
with Black people. I feel like what was big is when I looked through history, like we're truly creators. I mean, people are creators, of course, but like if you look at Black people and all the things that Black people have been able to create, all the inventions, all the designs, all the ideas that we've been able to have and generate, I just think it's important that you know that you're not just meant to be some ball player.
We changed the music game with 2 record tables, bro.
Like
that's all we needed.
Like that's great. That's such a great point. The innovations we made in music, in cooking, in everything. Like,
too.
Bro, all the uses for peanut butter, for peanuts, from one guy. So I think it's important that as Black people we understand that our genetics, like how fast we are, how twitch we are, that's not the only thing that makes us extraordinary. It's how we think and how we move. So yeah,
that's some good stuff.
Hey,
that's some great stuff, actually.
Me,
Man, but hopefully we gave y'all a show to enjoy. This is just the start. This is just the start of something big. So every Monday at 7 a.m., y'all can be expecting a podcast episode. I'd like to have my special guest on here as much as possible, but he got a lot of things to deal with, so give him some grace if he ain't on here. But with that being said, like I said, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have no idea how much it means that y'all watched it this far. And y'all just keep tuning in, keep praying for us, and just, be along for the journey of our success. Because as we grow, y'all all gonna grow, man. This is something that I'm big in community. I want a lot of people to grow with this podcast. Y'all have a nice day, and as always, y'all be good, be blessed.
Yes, and check out Divine Drive too if you want.
Yes, sir. Shout it out. Yes, sir.
Check out Divine Drive.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to Jamin.
Oh yeah, make sure you check out my main channel
yes,
as well.
Yes.
Check out my main channel.
Gotta check out the main channel. Yeah. I forgot this was on the main channel. Please check out this main channel, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But y'all be good, man.
Peace.